Welcome back to Grand Tactician, and believe it or not, we are in a hell of a fight here, one that has us attacking a fortified position. And we've attacked fortified positions before in this game and actually come out on top. This one is a little bit different, especially since the battle basically started with us in front of these trenches here. Now, what I am trying to do is kind of trying to weaken and soften up those trenches, but from my perspective, the only way to really deal with trenches is to attack them from the flank, and we're not currently in a flanking position. So we're going to have to kind of redraw the line, or more importantly, we're just going to have to send our units this way, our infantry, etc., any remaining infantry that we have, including Elliot B. Jr. That's right, we've got some of our heroes here on this battlefield. I'd like to have them survive the fight. Whether or not that's going to happen, we shall see. Let's also push up our cavalry here, just to take a frontal position. I'm not actually going to charge with him or anything like that, at least not right now. What I am trying to do is to weaken that artillery with some concentrated fire from units like Bartow. That's it, boys. Move up, boys. Obviously, going head up against the trenches is not the best choice. In fact, I'm going to pull Kirby Smith back a bit, just a little bit. I want him out of the range of the enemy trench, but I also want to have some cover. Come on, son. I will not do a charge, but getting a few volleys wouldn't be such a bad idea. Did we already detach skirmishers? Get him, son. There we go. Make sure the skirmishers also get a hit there. And what I'm trying to do is focus on the enemy's left side, our right side, because that is where they have, well, really no trenches whatsoever, not nearly as much of a strong point, which is why I want to get these guys up desperately. And there we go, there's Pickett's brigade. This is one of our newest brigades. Of course, everybody knows Colonel Pickett. However, in this case, we are using our new, that's right, our new baby blue Confederate uniforms. That is going to be our standard color, not the gray. So here we go, General Pickett, or Colonel Pickett, excuse me, moving up. And you know what? We're also going to grab the artillery and try to get him up here as well to support. He's not going to be able to provide as much support from the rear right now, but that's okay. Once he gets up there, he's going to be very helpful. I'm going to do the same with this artillery too. Pretty much anybody that can assist here. But we are facing a much larger Union army than what we're used to. I'm not sure, guys. Our luck may have run out during this fight. In fact, I'm going to take Cheatham's brigade, and I am going to move him over here as well. We are essentially repositioning our entire army. Let's get some skirmishers out there. Oh, yeah, I don't like the artillery, but hopefully this will give us a few moments to open fire. Nice. Damn. He definitely took quite a few hits, although we killed 12 of them with just one volley, but I believe we lost about 13 men. So you decide whether or not it's worth it. Let's get 3rd Brigade a little bit farther up. Usually we're using the woods for cover, but in this situation, we don't really have that option. I was thinking about taking Frost or taking any of these cavalry units and charging the trench, but I just haven't charged a trench with cavalry before. I don't anticipate it would go much better than charging a trench with infantry, so I'm not going to take the risk. I'd like to see that they are still fighting, at least. Hoping we are out of range of 1st Brigade. So 1st Battery's taken 38 casualties, and believe it or not, for a battery that's pretty good, but not a single one of those guns has been deactivated. They're all still firing, so I don't really consider it to have gone very well. Gonna get another cavalry unit over here. We might just need to go for a good old-fashioned charge. Damn it, cancel that. cancel that. Halt. Hopefully we can cancel it in time. And usually it's blue bellies on the field, but this time definitely gray coats. I mean, we are taking some nasty shots. There's no way around that. Hopefully Bates gets the order soon, because I did not mean to give that order. There we go. The courier's on the way. Of course, it's a cavalry unit, so he moves pretty quickly. Alright. No, still has not received that order to stop. Halt, damn it. Halt. There we go, son. That's more like it. Okay. I don't like to see that, though. 2 units running away as quickly as possible. And we also have 1st Brigade and a few other brigades over here. We are going to bring them over to the hill. Then we'll decide what to do with them. The same goes for Wise's artillery. That's Stonewall Jackson. It certainly is. And we've also got Stewart's cavalry. I want him on the right as well. Although Stewart only has 214 men. After so many battles, he has taken a lot of hits. And I'm not sure he's really battle ready. Here we go. You know what? Great opportunity to fire at the enemy. You know what? Let's hit the trench. And this is just assuming they don't decide to leave that area. We might as well try and fire away at it. Though just a 6-pounder cannon isn't going to be that dangerous. Especially not against a fortified position like that. You know what? Let's instead fire at 1st Brigade. I think that's a much better use of our artillery. Nice. I like to see that airburst. Lets us know that we're hitting something, although I don't see many bodies, I must say. Typically, the place is crawling with bodies, and you know what? I am going to take this advantage. You know, before being aggressive has worked out pretty well for us, so I'm going to try to be aggressive here. I'll start pushing forward with Pickett. I'll even try to push forward with 3rd Brigade and get some additional shots here. And even with 4th Brigade under Kirby Smith, although we are going to have to stop him. Let's also grab Bates' Brigade here. I don't want him to do that whole hullabaloo, but what the hell. That's alright. Push him forward. And that's right, guys. We are taking the fight straight to the Federals. I think this is the only way to get a victory. Come on, boys. Actually, I'd like to get Pickett a little more like that. That looks better. Let's see if 3rd can start firing already. You could probably start firing at that enemy artillery, but I want to get even farther away from the trench. I actually think those cavalry units will be arriving at around the same time. And in the meantime, I'm going to move Cheatham up. Although, the thing about Cheatham is, this is, and I hate to say this to any Cheatham fans, he is the most cowardly commander we have. He will run at the drop of a hat. So if he takes a volley, he's probably going to break and run. That's why him arriving sort of at the end of this gunfight might actually be better for us. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I hate having to open fire on artillery because I'd much rather use our rounds against enemy infantry units. Get some skirmishers out there. Alright, Elliot B. Jr., and I do consider Elliot B. Jr. to be our best commander. If you guys have seen him, he has been here since the beginning of the actual campaign, so I do have a lot of love and respect for him. And we're going to have him and Pickett carry out, not a charge, don't worry, just a frontal attack right now. What I might also do is take William Bate here. And usually I would charge with cavalry, but I think actually in this situation, just getting close might be a good idea, just assisting with the fire, although we're not going to be doing a lot of damage with those mixed weapons. Let's not kid anybody. Here we go. Come on, Pickett. Pickett and Elliot B. Jr. Here we are. We're about to fire now. I think even before we start firing, we must have taken at least 1,000 casualties. So we really need to make this count. We need to make these shots count big time. Unfortunately, with Pickett, since he has just been drafted, we didn't have time to get him any new weapons. He's using those mixed muskets, excuse me. Although 1,845, Pickett has 2,800 men. Let's do a downhill charge. Let's go for it, boys. Pickett's charge! And you know what? I'm also going to charge with the cavalry here. I'll also charge with 3rd Brigade. Let's go. We might as well commit to it. Now, I am going to start bringing Cheatham in this way because obviously attacking the trench from the flank is really the best way to approach it. But that's assuming we win this charge. And right away, Pickett is falling back. Not good. It's not Gettysburg, but certainly just as devastating. Let's hope that that cavalry unit could come in and save the day. William Bate. And many have called him Master. Many have called him Master Bate, and, you know, he is working for the Confederacy. We've got to remember that. And there we go, guys. An amazing, amazing attack by old Master Bate. He did manage to completely overrun that Union force. I'm going to make sure he just keeps on charging. Those are the results we are looking for. And hopefully, we actually take some Union prisoners here. And we absolutely want to start firing in the flanks of the enemy. Oh, let's cancel that move. That's not what I'm going for. It's a little too close. Now, we've had situations with cavalry before where they attacked so much, they ran so much that they essentially got extremely tired and lost the subsequent fight. So I am going to keep him right here. I don't think I want to continue that charge. What I might try to do, though, is continue the charge with Elliott B. Jr. here. Just stack up the Federal kills. And in the meantime, let's move up there with Kirby Smith. We're starting to move up there with Kirby Smith in any case. And we're going to have to, I guess, just turn all of our... Damn it, why do we keep doing that? I just want to turn all of our cannons in that direction and fire right at the trenches. There we go. I'm going to keep that cavalry right there, although this fellow, old Daniel Frost, may be ready for a charge over here in the enemy's rear. So I am going to start setting him up. We just have to remember it's Daniel Frost that has not yet been in battle, because we don't want to put these guys in combat unnecessarily after all the damage they've already taken. Wouldn't mind Elliott B. Jr. just going ahead and getting one more shot on the enemy. Why not? Try and maximize those casualties. But this is the way to approach the battle. We can't attack those trenches head on. So I think this was definitely the next best thing. And finally, some bluebellies on the field. Just like we like it. Now, if you guys have gotten this far in the video, I always like to, of course, check and see just how much of the video you guys are watching. So if you have gotten this far, why don't we go ahead and just type in William Bate, and not the other one, in the comments, so that everybody knows that this is currently the hero of the battle. Good old William Bate. He also has some pre-war experience. I didn't realize that, but he must have fought in the Mexican-American War, because he absolutely... This is not his first cavalry charge. And as you can see there, the high fatigue, the yellow thing, is absolutely a symbol letting us know it's not time to move him right now. Another thing is, if he makes it out of this battle, I absolutely plan to get him some better weapons. Man, I wonder just how much damage we could do here with Frost. I'm almost tempted, as you can see here, Bate is not nearly as tired as he was before, and I'm almost tempted to just do a massive cavalry charge right in the Federal center. I'm thinking that with the numbers we've got here, it's one of our only options. Although, then again, it looks like units like Pickett are fully ready to return to the fight, so it might be worth just kind of waiting a bit, setting our men up, of course, and just holding on and waiting to see what the best approach, the best course of action might be. I will, however, move in with several infantry units, including Kirby Smith and several others, just to start engaging the enemy here. And that alone might lead to a cavalry charge, to be honest. We're even going to move Elliot B up just to, again, take the fight to the enemy. We can't attack those trenches head on, so we might as well attack from the flank. Now, interestingly enough, some of these frontal units, Kirby Smith, for instance, they're almost out of ammunition. They have been engaging that trench line. He hasn't lost many men because that's a skirmisher unit, so he's been keeping his distance. But guys like Major Pelham, I really need him to fully focus on 1st Brigade at this point. So we're just going to make sure that he's got his guns aimed that way. As for Thomas Jackson, with only 900 men, I'm not sure he can be of help right here, but maybe, just maybe, he can detach some men. Let's see. And we're going to have these skirmishers do exactly what Smith's detachment is doing and just open fire on the men that are visible outside of the trenches. And there we go. Basically keeping the enemy focused on this side of the battlefield where General Hardee is standing. We can't forget that Hardee is currently in charge of this this particular army. A lot rests on the kind of job he does here, boys. We're going to get Frost a little closer, but I'm still not going for that charge. Don't get too excited. Especially not with infantry units like B on the way. As you can see, their 3rd Brigade is actually winded, so some of the enemy here are winded. Another issue is we're going to have to go up a hill to get into position here. I don't like that. No, I'm not going to let him just sit out there alone. I'm going to end up sending Frost in. In fact, we might already send in bait. He's been successful initially. Let's go! We are charging with the great master bait. Let's do it, boys and girls, and Frost as well. Charging with him too. I will also, actually, I will keep Elliot B out of the charge. We'll make this exclusively a cavalry charge, so if it fails, it's all down to the infantry. Come on, boys, come on. This would be the miracle on the Cumberland if it works. We'll start bringing Pickett in right there, might as well. And you know what? We might as well also charge with Kirby Smith. We might as well also charge with B as well. Make this one massive charge. My goodness, this will be the bloodiest fight we've had yet in terms of hand-to-hand combat. There's no doubt about it. I mean, that is just a mass of men fighting with bayonets, fighting with sabers, horses trampling the enemy, and vice versa. And I am seeing a lot of Union retreats there. Let's hope that that continues. Come on. Bayonets at the ready. Even Cheatham, the coward that he is. I want him to charge. Let's have Cheatham charge. Look at that. He's continuing on. Frost is continuing on. I guess that we are not stopping here until we get to Washington. Let's hope so. There we go, boys. And that's right. I even want B's skirmishers in on the action. I'm just going to move them up over here to keep on fighting. I think I'll hold on, though, at this point. I'm not going to have them follow through on any of these charges. The only thing I will do is I'll take Cheatham's brigade, and I will try to take prisoner 3rd Brigade there. Or really, any enemies we can. I said I wasn't going to follow through the charges. I lied like a dirty Yankee. I'm charging. I'm charging. We can't stop now. Are you kidding? We can't stop now, boys. We've got the initiative. We've got to keep on going. Boom. What I will do is I'll take B's detachment, and despite the fact that the enemy there is retreating, we are going to fire on 1st Brigade. Just make sure that they don't change their mind on that retreat. We hate it when the Federals change that mind. Although now, look at that, we are on the trench, guys. We might as well send the guys through on the trench. We've even got Smith's detachment. He's got no ammunition left, and he is going to join in on the fight. I have never seen such cruelty. If anybody can name the film, make sure to put it down in the comments down below. Unbelievable, man. Unfortunately, and I knew that was going to happen, I pushed it. Bates did finally break. He's going to end up being called a traitor, even though we know much better. And look at that, guys. The enemy is retreating. Unbelievable, man. Let's keep on going. We got a minute left to play. I'm going to try to take a general captive. I don't think we've actually ever attempted that, but we are going to attempt it now. Come on! Picket, try to take those men captive. I can start to see how our baby blue uniform is a little problematic. You could sometimes confuse it for the enemy, especially in the heat of battle. But look at that, guys. How amazing is that? Going to drop down with Cheatham so that we hit the enemy that is fleeing, because I think it's going to be much easier to make them prisoners. Unbelievable. Did you guys expect that at the beginning of the battle, that we would be charging in on the flank for just a magnificent victory? I have to say, I certainly did not expect it. And there we go. 47 seconds left, guys. The battle continues. Might as well stop here with Picket and just open fire. I am a little worried about friendly fire, but not enough to stop. Not enough to stop. You know what? They're running back towards us anyway. Let's charge. Bayonets, boys. Well, you know what? I just realized, but Pickett at least got that glory back. Towards the end, of course, he did manage to get some vengeance for what happened earlier. So I like to think that Pickett came out on top. And there we go. Frost is still chasing Federals off the field. Oh, crazy Daniel Frost. We're going to have him continue the charge here, although I believe that that battle is about to be over. How awesome would it be, though, if he could grab yet another infantry? There we go. He grabbed another one. Do another charge against that Union infantry and just try to take as many of them prisoner as possible. And there we go, guys. Our army is victorious. So we actually killed 12,000 of the enemy, only losing 824. You can't get much better than that, man. You really can't. Wow. Now, what I wonder is how many prisoners we took. I guess only time will tell. Well, there we go, guys. That is a victorious, an extremely victorious day for the Confederacy. I love it. And, of course, this will go down in history as a great battle. But we've got a lot of work left to do and, you know, a lot of time left to kill. But I am trying to remain fairly conservative with these videos. So, again, 500 views and 40 likes, and we release the next episode. That's just the way I like to keep it. Obviously, if you guys drop comments, you know, people like Julie Fisher who are always dropping comments, that does make me release the subsequent videos faster as well. So keep that in mind, and thank you so much for watching this awesome battle.